Another game from Strat Game versus Sipa. Tzeentch and Bretonnia, two very top tier factions facing off. And Strat using a lot of the new tools, 4 of the new Centaurs of Tzeentch, and then 4 of the, I don't want to say improved, they're just kind of like changed Zongors. So for Tzeentch, we have 4 Marauders of Tzeentch with spears, and then 4 Zongors. We do have 3 Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch with their fire damage. They can reduce a lot of healing. Then we have Centaurs of Tzeentch, 4 of them total. On the side of Bretonnia, we have Royal Pegasus Knights, Hippogriff Knights, other Pegasus Knights, Luin Leoncoeur, and then a Damsel of Life with just regrowth, a whole bunch of archers, and then peasants and spearmen at arms. Centaurs not really wanting to fight these Pegasus Knights right now. It looks like they're just running away, but the Pegasus Knights have a couple models land, so Strat decides to just hop in and take the fight here, get some good damage on the charge, and Luin's actually going to land. But now all the Pegasus Knights are in. That means they'll probably die pretty quickly. And Pegasus Knights actually do cost more than a Centaur of Tzeentch, so this is a pretty big loss from the side of Bretonnia this early in. Now, it is not a one-way exchange. We are taking good HP off of a Centaur of Tzeentch, but even a one-for-one trade with the Pegasus Knights, once again, will be worth it. Oh, we have a Knight of the Realm, too. Hello, little Knight of the Realm. Pegasus Knight is deleted. Luin gets back into this guy with nary a scratch. Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch does land. He has pink and blue fire and his Chaos Spawn summon, but he's now surrounded by Hippogriff Knights and Knights of the Realm, though they seem to be having some significant difficulties hitting him. Skirmish Cav get attacked by the Royal Pegasus Knights, and here come the Centaurs once again to get some good punishment out. Rear charge over here from these guys, and these guys are still in lance formation, so they have -8 melee defense, and the Pegasus Knights get swooped in on. Bretonnia not having a good time getting boxed in by the Beastmen like this. Well, you know, the Tzeentchian Beastmen. It looks like we're going to lose a Knight of the Realm and a Royal Pegasus Knight, which is a big loss. Those guys are like 1,600 gold. Now, could it all be worth it if Luin gets to snipe out the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch and actually kills him? Maybe it would be. We still have Skirmish Cav firing in to prevent any real healing. And Hippogriff Knights actually get the overcasted regrowth, not the Royal Pegasus Knights or the Knights of the Realm. Knights of the Realm going to get away. Have taken a lot of damage, but they should be coming back eventually. The Royal Pegasus Knights will also be fine leadership-wise. Their HP is permanently tarnished. Royal Hippogriff Knights and Luin still pursuing the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch, trying to at least get something for this debacle, as more Centaurs are going to pile back in. But they're a good charge bonus, and their high armor-piercing values, they'll do fine against the Royal Hippogriff Knights. And still the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch is having some troubles. Now, I haven't talked about the front line much. Bretonnia's front line is way, way worse than all these Zongors and stuff, so slowly peasants will be dying, but that's not really what's important. What is important is this cav fight. Royal Hippogriff Knights get bogged down in the Centaurs of Tzeentch. They can't move. They're going to get beat up on all sides, and their leadership is even dipping into routing territory. There they go. They're routing, so now they're not even going to fight back. Sorcerer Lord spends his time trying to chase off some Pegasus Knights. And Luin is now surrounded by all these Centaurs, but he's not nearly as important. There we go. Shattering the Royal Hippogriff Knights is gigantic. Still have Royal Pegasus Knights, 15 out of 24 models. The other Pegasus Knights are routed for the second time down to 88 HP. We'll see if they come back again. And Luin is currently surrounded by Centaurs. They're not getting too much value. I wonder if the Centaurs should just peel off and start chasing down these archers and like kill everything besides Luin on the battlefield and see what happens then. But they're trying to poke him. Still more Centaurs, still more Skirmish Cav trying to do some good stuff. And Zongors are slowly marching towards the Peasant Bowmen. They'll put those guys under constant little pressure. I think with Skirmish Cav or Centaurs following them up, it'll be good. Knights of the Realm have rallied. They're coming back to cycle charge some Marauders of Tzeentch with spears. The Centaur surround is slowly wearing down the King of Bretonnia. Skirmish Cav also trying to throw in on him when they can to offer that Warped Flame debuff, which is armor, shred, but also fire damage, which of course reduces his passive healing. Royal Pegasus Knights again dive onto the Centaurs of Tzeentch, and Centaurs getting a counter charge, doing a little bit of damage, not as much as last time, and they are going to tear out away from Luin being behind them. And the Skirmish Cav trying to help out a little bit. Knights of the Realm are back in again, but the Centaurs of Tzeentch eat them alive. These guys fight to the last, but it won't be enough. Regrowth is coming in for Lewin. That's how dire the state of affairs are for Bretonnia in this game. Is spending a regrowth on a self-healing guy because just everything else you have is too low to do it. Honestly, I probably still would have regrowth the Royal Pegasus Knights. They were at 15 out of 24 models at the time, and now they're just getting shredded. Chaos Spawn Summon is out from the Sorcerer Lord just to poke down Lewin even further. His heal cap is rapidly approaching. If the Royal Pegasus Knights get pushed off, then Bretonnia is officially out of mobility options, besides just Lewin himself. Lewin passed through some Spearmen at Arms to get punished for being in the way of Tzeentch with a giant pink fire down their sides. Royal Pegasus Knights down to 2 models and getting pushed off. Lewin, still crouching in on his heal cap, is walking up to the Sorcerer Lord, being all spooky. Big charge attack. And in the background, a lot of the peasants are gone. Tzeentch has cleaned through the peasant mob front line, have killed off a lot of peasant bowmen and are routing them. So that's pretty solid. Balance power indicates as much. And Lewin did not manage to kill the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch before the Centaurs rallied to his aid. Can they kill the king? Full health Chaos Spawn is fake. Has 15 seconds left to be alive. And more Centaurs charge Lewin. They might tear her out. Depending on the last time they tear her out, they might tear her out on the charge. Nope, they'll naturally rout. There go the Chaos Spawn. Those Centaurs shatter off. The other ones are terror routing. And Lewin's still here. 3,000 HP. If he can snipe the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch, if he can, like, actually kill him, then this game is still winnable by Bretonnia. The Tzeentch forces are really low, and Lewin can cycle charge them all pretty good. Knights of the Realm charging for the final time, then shatter. A regrowth is even coming in for the Damsel of Life, just to try and top her off a little bit. Those Skirmish Cav took issue with that and immediately just chucked at her face. Down to 5 armor due to the Warp Flame. And of course, her healing is getting cut in half because she's on fire. Marauder Horsemen trying to get back in. And they decide against it. They're going to team up on the Damsel with the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch. But a big rout comes in next to Lewin, and Lewin is free and clear to come over here and charge this guy who just lost his barriers. Lewin gets a big hit on the Marauder Horsemen. Did not go for the Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Did tear out off those Marauder Horsemen. I think it says something about the ridiculous power of Bretonnia that I think Tzeentch played this amazingly, and yet we're still in a close late game. And it's like, man, he got so many catches and picks with his Centaurs onto those Knights. He trashed on the Knights, and still, like, Lewin is just trying to solo carry. A nasty Bolt Change hits him in the back of the head, but he gets a rear charge on the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch. Terror routs him, almost naturally routs him. He went -12 for quite a while, but he did manage to rally back to +8. Marauder Horsemen are kiting out Spearmen at Arms. I'm going to play it at ×2 till something actually happens. Lewin charges in on this guy, gets another big hit. Now actually routs him, is going to walk him off the map. Marauder Horsemen only have 3 volleys left, and the Tzeentch caster is dead, which is, as I always say, a bigger leadership spike than just him routing off. Another regrowth is in for the Damsel, giving her a bit more HP. And Lewin is trying to pick off any low-hanging fruit, get them to rout. I don't think he should probably pursue these guys. He should just be abusing their leadership and, like, let them rally so you can rout them again and just shatter them off instead of having to fight all of them. We do have some full health Zongors that will be a problem. They're still Beastmen, so I guess their leadership's kind of low, but Lewin's not the best at, like, just jumping into those guys and sitting there forever. Immediately terror routs off some Spearmen, dives into the Zongors, and gets hit with a couple Warp Flame bursts. Again, that lowers his armor by 10. We have another regrowth coming in for the Damsel onto herself. Since Lewin is literally heal capped and there's no one else on the map, might as well. And the Zongors, like I said, man, they're still above half HP, and they're going to terror out from Lewin. The balance of power is starting to think that maybe this isn't over. Lewin charges into Marauder Horsemen, while the Damsel tries to chase down the Zongors, though they aren't actually routing, they were just terror routing. So they will rally in a second and beat her ass. Lewin is stuck in all these fools. Fighting back. I don't think Lewin should have it, but I do find it funny he's the only Grail unit without Perfect Vigor. It would be insane if he had it, because he's already broken overpowered, but it is just funny. That he's the only Grail Knight in the whole game without Perfect Vigor. I guess the Green Knight, too. The Green Knight, the Ghosty Ghost. Routes off the Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch. There they go. There they go again. And Lewin's going to get a downhill rear charge on the Zongors. Might get them to route for real this time instead of just a terror route. Plows through them. That one is a terror route, so I guess the other one's already terror routed? Lewin's going through them still. Shatters a Marauder Spear. Still have some Zongors thinking about routing. Marauder Horseman is routing in the distance, but Lewin's getting poked down. His own leadership hits 0. And that is it. Oh, that's so sad that was close. For Stratus, Centaurs of Tzeentch got a ton of value killing off the Knights. Skirmish Cav did fine. Zongors did very well at just pushing away the archers and all of the peasants, and then Marauder Spearmen were fine. For Sipa, Lewin really tried to solo carry. Hippogriff Knights got caught out. Royal Pegasus Knights got caught out. Pegasus Knights got caught out. Knights of the Realm got caught out, but then helped a little bit later. But it was just Lewin. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.